Hey everybody, time for another standard game today. It's Tuesday, July the 5th, and we're going to get back to playing some. Been away for the weekend, enjoying the 4th of July, and not playing, not making videos, any of that stuff, but I am ready to get back into it. So as you can see, rating is around 1530 something, 1536 it looks like. Won our last game on Friday, and won our last game on Thursday. Game before that on Thursday. Before that, we had a run of losing 3 out of 4 games. So I'm going to see if we can do a little bit better this time. Hopefully, we can. Seek is posted, so whenever the game starts, we'll be ready to go. How come I haven't done always on top yet? There we go. Alright, so sit back and wait on the Seek, and we'll get started. Have a little Mountain Dew as well. I don't usually drink sugary drinks and caffeinated drinks. Well, I do drink caffeinated drinks, I guess. I drink some tea. I try to just drink water and unsweet tea as often as I can. I don't like to drink tap water, though, and we don't have any bottled water. And I also don't have any tea made, so Mountain Dew is all that was in the house. So that's what I'm drinking. All right. Laurent Del something. Del Leon. I don't know. Anyway, that's who we're playing today. And I always play d5 against this bishop c4 stuff. And he'll play bishop b3 probably. Right here. Bishop b3. Makes the most sense.
Check.
And this is bad for him, I believe. But do I want to play bishop c7 or do I want to play c6? Because I normally play c6. And keeping both bishops might be a good idea for this exchange French that this is basically morphing into. Bishop d7 it is. So if he plays a queen check, just queen bishop e7 I think. And he's wasted some tempo. So now let's get the kingside pieces out. Probably bishop d6. You know, this is going to require a little bit of a different setup since I have my bishop on d7. I don't want to move it twice necessarily. I may want to put, since I'm not going to put my b knight on d7, I may want to put my knight on c6. So let's go ahead and do that now instead. And then I can explore some different things to do. Now I'm looking at bishop b4 and knight e4 to put some pressure on a pinned knight here. So in a fantasy position, say I had those two pieces set up there, and then I took, he took, and I took, and I would win the bishop or win the rook. So there is a threat there. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Although maybe I'm not, because what's the point after he just plays bishop d2? Yeah, let's not make silly moves. I don't like that either, though, because of b5, knight b5. I don't like this setup as well. But I need to put that somewhere. I guess e7 is okay. It feels a little cramped. Let's go ahead and do this since it's protected by the knight. And then if he neglects this area, I can play knight e5. Or 4, sorry, knight e4. Boy, but, you know, just simply a3. And I might go ahead and take the knight. I mean, I might have committed myself to that. But a3, bishop takes, b takes, knight e4 seems interesting anyway. Right. So how about knight e4 now? Is there anything to it? Could really keep the pressure on that pin by taking the bishop. And then queen takes, and he's still got the pin. Although the pin doesn't really do anything. Well, knight e4 now, and he takes the knight, or the d5 pawn. So let's go ahead and get castled. All right. All right. Thinking about rook check here. Just to gain a tempo. But am I going to be able to do anything to protect this? Thinking about rook check. I want to do that first.
Check.
Oh, wow. That's not expected. That is not expected. Why would you do that? Alright. The d4 pawn is hanging. How long has that been the case? The d4 pawn is sitting here unprotected completely. So let's look at this line. Let's look at knight d4. This is going to get kind of sharp all of a sudden. Let's go knight d4, knight takes to protect the bishop, bishop takes, queen takes, and I'll have to protect b7 here. But the queen will be here. I'll have a knight here. Would there be anything weird like rook e2 here? I think there is. Anyway, essentially this win, yeah, and I'm going to have some discoveries here with bishop b5. So this is a good line. If he takes with the bishop, I take with the knight to protect my... Or wait. If he takes with the bishop, what do I do? Okay, I take this with the knight. Oh, he's going to have a discovery on the knight, isn't he? No, he's not. No, we're fine. I wonder about sticking knight e2 in here. Or not knight e2. Well, maybe... No. The knight's protecting that. I'm going to say rook e2, but that doesn't do anything. So here's this. And now we have this. That might be bad because of c4. Okay, so let's take some time here because this is likely a critical position. What about something like knight takes c2? Knight takes c2, queen takes, bishop b5 check, and then bishop c4 because the queen's protecting it. Huh. Almost. That queen is unprotected. My queen is protected. This is like a tactics puzzle. There's got to be something here. Um, Look again here at Queen's. Knight takes c2. Queen takes c2. Bishop takes. Bishop c4. Yeah, there's no queen checks or follow-ups there that I can find. All right, how about just, I don't know, c6. c6 queen takes, pawn takes doesn't work. c6, well, c6. I mean, what about just, no, see, bishop b5 doesn't work right now because of c4. c4, or bishop b5, c4. Bishop c6 do anything? Bishop takes, knight takes. What about queen f6? Bishop takes. Alright, I think here I'm gonna have to play. I don't want to though, man. I just don't want to. Hmm. Alright, I'm gonna get some realistic moves now. Bishop c6, bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes, rook takes, and I've got both open files. I'm in good shape. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Wait a minute. Bishop c6, queen takes, bishop takes, and then I'm threatening discoveries. So I think that's okay. What about bishop c6, bishop takes f7, queen takes? Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that square, aren't I? What about bishop e6? No. Let's look at bishop c6. Bishop takes f7. Check. King takes. Queen f4. The knight's protected. So then just queen back to here and I'm okay. Alright. You moved awfully quickly there. Okay. Bishop takes g2. King takes queen. No. Bishop takes g2. There's no way to check with the knight, man. Is there a way to check at all? Hmm. This is just so close to being a tactic I can win with, but I can't find it. I cannot find it. Alright, where does this knight need to go? Or queen f6, okay? I think maybe queen f6 and then rook d8 would be alright. Alright, we still have rook d8 here. Everything's protected. I don't have a single hanging piece or unprotected piece. Pretty much every one of his pieces are out of position. Alright. So it's probably a good idea to protect his queen from the d8, the d file. And that e2 kind of sensitive spot, and e1 kind of sensitive spot. I wonder if it wouldn't be better to double on the e file now. Let's look again at these g2 tactics. Bishop takes g2, king takes. I still can't get there because of this bishop. All right, probably just going to improve with rook d8 here. Rook a d8. Okay. I'm not sure how to proceed. Uh, just continue improving the position of my pieces is a good plan. How about bishop e4? Bishop e4, bishop takes, rook takes, and I can double. And I'm removing an important defender. Or bishop e4, bishop takes, and I've got some discoveries again. I really liked that bishop for this g2 tactic that I can't quite get to work. What about now, can I? Bishop takes, king takes. Oh, this is much better. Bishop takes, king takes, queen f3. Plus he's removed a defender from e2 by doing this. What about now, knight f3? No. What about taking the hanging pawn here? There's no discoveries. And that pins the knight anyway. So let's do that. Alright, we're going to be very, very careful. But I think I'm in a good position now. I've been in a good position, but I haven't found a tactic yet. This definitely seems like it loses. Alright, queen takes. Looks like checkmate.
Check.
Okay, good. Alright, well, obviously a weak opponent, but I think I had a good position the whole time and just never really found a winning tactic. Let me say something to the guy here. Say, not Shay, say, thanks for the game, good luck. Already playing another game, well, good for him. Okay, so quick review, since that was a fairly quick game compared. I might even throw a computer engine on this just to see if I missed anything. Back here I had a sort of a critical decision, and it got me out of my comfort zone a little bit. I mean, I could have played c6 here instead of bishop d7, and it would have been a little bit more consistent with the way I like to play the exchange French. The thing it does is it sort of weakens my long-term protection of d5, because playing bishop d7, because I don't have a good place to put my b8 knight after this. Bishop d7, and then the knight either has to come here or my bishop needs to move again, if he doesn't capture, which he didn't. And I kind of expected, actually, for him to capture it. Let me go into examine mode instead so I can move things around.
Check.
So here we were. So if things had worked out like this,
check.
This is what I expected. And he didn't take. Rather, he moved back. And now, I either have to move this piece again just like he did, or I have to take on a completely different sort of idea of defending d5, which I did by playing knight f6. But then again, when all this stuff kind of went down,
check.
Let's go back and look, because I kind of only noticed his d4 pawn was hanging after the fact, like right here. How long has he... Well, he does have some discoveries. But as of right here, his d4 pawn, d4 pawn is hanging right there. So had I just taken... I still need to notice that. I mean, good grief. What do I need, an invitation? Here is... No, you don't take that because knight takes defends. So there aren't really discoveries yet. So this is fine. Taking here would have been fine. I just missed it. Uh-oh, sorry.
Check.
Now he's got 2 attackers on d5 and I have 0. And this was just surprising, I'll just put it that way. I thought almost surely, and the reason I did it, he would do either this... I mean, he had 3 good options. This, and that might have even been best. Or this.
Check.
And I think he's in much better shape here than it turned out that he was. We could even do something like I don't know, we could even say I just wasted a move. He could castle queenside. Look at that. So that's not bad at all, right? It's not well, I mean, his knight over here is kind of in some difficulties, but it's nothing major. So yeah, King F1 is baffling and led to most of his problems. So how about all of this? Let's see what computer engine, if it doesn't freeze up the whole thing, thinks about this. Yes, it thinks that I was winning. And it says knight takes d4. But here's the thing. I'm going to stop it just because it's already got a line that I want to look at. Knight takes d4. Oh, and it went away. Knight c e2, huh? Does this just lose? What did he do? I need to look at that. Let's go back and see what he did. He took with the knight. Bishop b5 check here.
Check.
Bishop b5 check, and I missed a win. Knight e2. And here, knight takes f3 to remove a defender. Makes perfect sense. And would he take on b4 here? c4. And bishop takes c4. He was just interposing and delaying the inevitable. Knight e7 check. He's just delaying the inevitable.
Check.
And bishop e3. Blocking the rook's attack. Knight d2 check.
Check.
Yikes. King g1. Rook takes e3. Just going through this big long combination that wins and kind of seeing what it is. Rook d3. Yeah, I mean, this is just clearly a dominant position. I don't think from here there's probably all kinds of combinations that win. But that was the move I missed, was the bishop b5 check. And I should have seen it. Really, I should have seen bishop b5 check as an in-between move. I was more concerned with protecting my b4 bishop, but I should have seen it. So I protected the bishop. How are we doing here? Still winning with bishop b5 check. See, I didn't see bishop b5 check until right there, and let's go back here, because this is where I actually really looked, and I just looked too late. I should have looked in the middle of that. Still bishop b5 check. I thought c4 would stop that.
Check. Check.
Yeah, that's not it. See, that's the line I looked at. So what's wrong here? Bishop b4
Check.
or b5 check and c4. What am I missing right here? What am I missing right here? Queen takes d5. Because it's pinned. Oh, yep. Got it now. It's pinned. Oh, okay, so how about that? Oh, and then there's that check. Wow, that's a pretty one. Alright, so let's go back to where it actually was. And like I said, I knew there was a tactic here. I couldn't spot it, but there it is. I had to have the computer's help. So here's what I missed. Bishop b5.
Check.
And I saw c4 was a decent reply, but what I just missed was this continuation here, because the pawn's pinned. However, we take here. And then after this... Oh, wait. Oh, because the rook. So there's 3 pieces attacking here. Let's see. What's best here? Knight interposing? And from here, rook takes, according to the computer. Queen takes. Or not. Wait. Let's go back. Does queen takes make any sense here? a4. Trying to get some pressure on the queen. Okay, fine. Queen a6. No more pressure on the queen. So what does it say now? Queen takes d4. And then we have the discoveries.
Check.
So yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's just plain old winning. Plain old winning. Alright, from there I think from here on it was pretty straightforward. Just improving position of pieces, and then eventually he made sort of a critical error, which was leaving h4 on prize. And then the more obvious error. Let me see how the computer gives it here. Queen g5, queen takes g5. So this would have been swapping queens. He could have forced a queen trade here. And at this point, I'm still up almost a piece, just in positional, and the one pawn. So I still had a pretty nice advantage even after he forces the queen trade, which would have been good for him. Okay, so interesting game. Tactically, something I should have seen. Maybe a longer game I could have seen it. And I already wasted way over half the game, looking for those tactics in there. So honestly, could have, should have done better. And obviously that was an overwhelming position after that bishop b5 and c4. There are all kinds of bishop b5s I should have seen earlier. But anyway, interesting game. Enough rambling. I'll end it here. Thanks for watching.